Yes. So warm welcome again, everyone. Hare Krishna. So last 2 weeks, how many are coming for the first time? Anyone coming for the first time? Oh, okay. Things are starting settling down now. Hare Krishna. So last 2 weeks, we started just 2 weeks ago, and we spent some time trying to understand about most important thing about value of human life. Why human life is very, very, very important. We discussed the four major problems of life, right? What are the four major problems of life? Yeah, birth, death, old age, disease. These four are big problems. LKG to PG, no schools are talking about these four big issues. Everybody talks about all the problems, but nobody is talking about why these four problems are real problems and what is our solution, what we need to do to get over these major problems of life. We also discussed what is common between us and animals, right? What are the four things common between us and animals? Do you remember? Ahara nitra bhayam maidunamcha. Samanyametat pashubirnaranam. Dharmo hi eko adhiko vishesho. Dharmena hina pashahi samanam. If we are also just doing eating, sleeping, mating, defending, Shastra says that we are no different from animals. And humans have to start thinking differently, start questioning ourselves. What is the purpose of life? Why are we born? What is our relation with God? And why are we going through this cycle after birth and death and all these things? We need to start introspecting. That's what Shastra is telling, right? Shastra is also talking about other important aspects like what else you remember from the last Shastra discussion we had? Anything else you remember? Sravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasana. Very nice. Thank you. So what does it mean? Sravanam means listening attentively. Attentively is the important word. Many of us just listen, but we don't listen attentively. Right? My wife tells me several times, you have to listen more attentively. Yeah, she reminds me that one. Right? It's not just, I think it's a common complaint of all the married ladies, I think, right? They have the biggest complaint about their husbands is, you are not listening attentively. Is that right? That's what everybody feels. But there is an amazing smile on all Mataji's face that at least there is one person who is understanding our pain. Right. And then second point is Manana. Manana means remembering. Remembering what we discussed. Otherwise, we'll forget. Very soon we'll forget. Our Kali Yuga memory is so weak, we'll forget. You know, earlier people, even now, you see some Brahmanas, the entire Vedas. Have you, like, people recite Vedas, you heard, right? 20 minutes, half an hour they recite. It's like amazing. I don't know how they remember every word, every syllable, at what meter they have to do, and kind of things they remember. It's amazing. Now, for us, beyond 4 lines, we need to see the book or we need to see the WhatsApp. We're in that kind of a memory situation. Next, the third thing is Nididhyasanam. Nididhyasanam means we have to start contemplating. How do we apply this principle in our life? Otherwise, it's just listening. It'll just, we'll keep forgetting if we don't apply in our life. So that's what we discussed. I'll start the prayers. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Brunda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadanti Swa Padantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Prabhu Vindubhyayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabho Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Brunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavatir Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha Namah Pankajanavaya Namah Pankajamaline Namah Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangraye Namo Brahmanyaya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Is it not coming, Prabhu? Or it's not coming? Again, last week also it had a challenge, but it was coming. Maybe change it to the other. There is one more extension box, Prabhu. Please change there. Yeah. Right. We also discussed about three major sufferings. We also discussed about the characteristic of our material world. Manonna Bhautika Prapancham, Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita as Dukkhalayam Ashashvatam. Right? Dukkhalayam means there will be always some suffering. Ashashvatam means temporary. But what we expect from this material world, Sukkhalayam Shasvatam. That is what we are expecting. Right? It is like we discussed the small example that in the month of May, when it is very hot, if we go out and we are expecting that it will be very cold, it is foolishness. In a similar way, if any one of us are thinking this place is all about always being happy, Krishna says, Shastra says that we are foolish. So we should expect that there will be sufferings in this one. Then we discussed about three major types of sufferings. Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika. Very good. Many of you remember. Nice. Adhyatmika is all about problems created by body and mind. Adi Bhautika is problems created by people around us, animals, people, everybody around us. Adi Daivika is problems created by the nature, which are beyond our control. These three things are very difficult to control. Durga Devi has this Trishulam, right? Trishulam has got these three things. These three things is Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, Adi. Next time when you see Amavaru in her hand Trishulam, we should remember these three things. That Durga is Maya Shakti. She is reminding us, this is not the place to live permanently. Please go. She is pushing. Please go from here. Don't plan to settle down here forever. Right. Is the power coming, Prabhu, now? No? Hare Krishna. We have a challenge. Anyway, we'll keep talking. So today we are discussing about another major topic, about trying to understand about God. Before that, I want to ask one question. Is our faith strong or weak? Or somewhere in between? What is your opinion? Strong. Is the faith strong? And somebody challenges you, your faith doesn't go away? Okay. మీరు ఇన్ని పూజలు చేస్తున్నారు కదమ్మా, మీ కోరిక తీరలేదు, మరి ఎందుకు భగవంతుడు పూజ చేస్తున్నారు? Why are you still worshipping if your desires are not getting fulfilled? Somebody asked this question. Or somebody in your family is not well, they are in hospital, you prayed, but still their illness was continued in the hospital. or the person passed away, something might have happened. Then somebody will ask you, మీరు భగవంతుడు అంత ప్రార్థన చేశారు కదమ్మా, మరి మీ దేవుడిని ఎందుకు మిమ్మల్ని కాపాడలేదు? You have seen this question, you have seen this movie, oh my God, PK. Those are the movies which are confusing us. తిరుపతికి వెళ్తుంటే యాక్సిడెంట్ ఎందుకు చనిపోతున్నారండి? శబరిమల వెళ్తుంటే, దేవుడి కోసం వెళ్తుంటే యాక్సిడెంట్ ఎందుకు చనిపోతున్నారు? అందరు కార్లోనూ ఎవ్రీబడీస్ కార్ హెస్ భగవాన్స్ పిక్చర్. Then why still accidents are happening? That means your God has no power. ఇలాంటి క్వశ్చన్స్ మిమ్మల్ని ఎవరిని అడిగితే వాట్ ఈస్ యువర్ ఒపీనియన్? వాళ్ళ తలరాత. ఓకే, భగవంతుడు మన తలరాత మార్చడా? మారుస్తాడా? మార్చడా? ఆయన నాకేం సంబంధం లేదన్నట్టు ఉంటాడా? మారుస్తాడు. ఓకే, సో most of you are telling that your faith is strong, right? I'll tell you one thing. Most of us are like God believers, but when something happens bad in our life, we go away from God. Or somebody who is very logical, scientific in mind, they challenge our question, they challenge our faith. Our faith shakes. It's very difficult sometimes to answer the questions of children also, or sometimes answer the questions of logical atheists. In today's situation, there are so many atheists. In our families also we have atheists. In our society we have atheists. In our office we have atheists. And today's topic, people think that God is an optional subject. A lot of people think God is an optional subject. మా ఇంట్లో పవర్ ఉందండి, మా ఇంట్లో ఇంటర్నెట్ పనిచేస్తుంది, both me and my wife are working, both of us are getting good salary, one is in Google, one is in Amazon, we are all getting good money, we have a nice house, we have 5 crores term insurance, we have good bank balance, life is all okay. What is the need for God in my life? Everything is all stable, settled, we have nice car, both of us have 2 cars, all life is all very nice going on, okay. ఇంకా భగవంతుడు అవసరం ఉన్నదా? You still feel that there is a need for God when everything is there? I see some question mark at some places. Still there is a need to connect to the God. That is what Hare Krishna. That is what Shastra is telling, that there is still a big need to the connect to the God. Because all this can go away in 1 second. 1 second. Corona is the biggest proof. 4 years back, Corona came into our life to give some example to all of us, but we have forgotten. 1 second, anything can go away. So, మనకున్నవన్నీ ఇక్కడికి ఎప్పుడు ఎక్కకూడదు. We can have, Krishna says, yeah, he's made some of us born in the rich families, right? That is a fortune. Richness is not wrong, but if the richness goes here, then it is a problem. Being rich is not a problem, right? So, unfortunately, sorry, there is some problem with the projector. So, Prabhu, power is not coming today. Acha, projector is now saying it's not going to work. See, any minute our plans can go. I was thinking, we have speaker, we have mic, we have projector, we have everything. We are all set for the session today morning. What happened? Projector came late, and even though it came late, it is not working. So things are not in our hand. Things are not in our hand. When we think everything is in our hand, God thinks us that we are the biggest fool. భూదేవి ఎప్పుడు నవ్వుతుందో తెలుసా అండి? ఈ 400 గజాలు నాది, ఈ 1000 గజాలు నాది. Whenever we keep saying that this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, it seems Bhudevi laughs at us. There are so many people claimed ownership in the last 1000 years for the same 1000 yards. We keep saying this is mine, this is mine, this paper is in my locker. I am so rich now, it is 2 lakhs per yard, it is 20 crores, that's enough for me. Right. So, anybody been to US? Travel to US? Anybody been to California? Redwood Shores? Okay, very nice. Do you work for Oracle, Mataji? No, okay. You went there, okay. Because some people who work for Oracle, Redwood Shores is a global headquarters in US. When I was working, we went there for some conference and all. So in Redwood Shores, sorry, I don't have pictures right now, but I'll explain you. The trees are so big, big, big. You cannot just hold the tree like this. You need 10 people or 20 people to make around one tree. And all the trees are very strong. Why? Why? Because the roots are intertwined. All the roots are intertwined. All the trees have underconnected roots. They're all very strong. So there is no chance that no tornado, no torpedo, no hurricane, nothing can take away those trees. Trees cannot fall down. It's okay, Prabhu, leave it. That's right. We'll discuss. Anyway, there is a lot of discussion today. Leave it, Prabhu, forget. Okay. So, you have just planted a tree yesterday. Right? You have just planted a small plant that is vulnerable. Right? If there is rain, if there is shine, if there is any strong wind, that plant will fall down. But you have this one of the biggest trees. Will it fall down so easily? It is not so easy. So if our faith is very strong, then it will not fall down. If somebody challenges, or even when we are going through difficult situations also, our faith don't come down. Right? One of the example is Kunti Maharani in Srimad Bhagavatam. You know Kunti Maharani, right? Kunti Devi. She went through so many problems in life. Was her life blissful? Was she happy? In a 5-bedroom villa, always happy? No. Her husband died. And her husband's second wife, Madri, she did the Sahagamanam along with the husband. So her children, so totally 5 kids throughout the life. And there were people who always envying. Duryodhana's family was always envying. They were trying to kill. They have taken away the land. They have taken away the kingdom. Thrown the kids into Vanavasam. For how many years? 14 years. 12 years. And then one year of Ajnatavasam, 13 years. Even after coming back, what happened? There was a big Mahabharata war. Entire life was always problems. But Kunti Maharani's devotion for Krishna did not go down even 0.00001%. You know what she said in Srimad Bhagavatam? Krishna, నాకెప్పుడు కష్టాలే ఇస్తా ఉండు కృష్ణ ఎందుకంటే సుఖాలు ఉన్నప్పుడు నేను నిన్ను మర్చిపోతానేమో. She said, if I have happiness all the time, I might forget you. Krishna, keep giving me more and more difficulties. Can any one of us stand before God and ask, Krishna, please give me problems? We don't have that heart. We cannot ask, Krishna, give me. But she asked, Krishna, if I have all happiness, I'll forget you. Plus, always keep putting me into problems so that I'll always remember. I'm very happy if I hold your lotus feet. Then only I'm very happy. That's what Kunti Maharani is telling you. So, see the example of Pandavas. How many difficulties they went through. But still, their faith did not shake on Krishna. Krishna, no undaga Abhimanyudu enduku chachipoyadu Krishna. Krishna, no undaga ivanni enduku jarigindi. They never questioned Krishna. Em chestunnava Krishna nuvu? Do you have power? I am doubting now whether do you have power or not. Are you God or not? You are next to me, but still all these problems are happening. They never question. Their faith is still strong. So Shastra, why do we need to read Shastras? Because when we read about these great examples and we get confidence. We get more faith. That is the most important. And faith is not a 1-week thing or a 1-year thing. From the time we start recognizing our connection with Krishna until we die, our faith should not be shaken. I have seen many families, 10-15 years devotion, suddenly one big calamity happens in their life. Their young boy died in an accident. ఎందుకండి 10 ఏళ్ళ నుంచి దేవుడు నమ్ముకున్నాను ఈ మా అబ్బాయి యాక్సిడెంట్ లో చనిపోయినకి నాకు దేవుడితో సంబంధం ఏంటి? దేవుడికి హృదయం ఉందా? దేవుడు ఒట్టి పాషాణం. All these dialogues we start using it. But when we start understanding the big picture, karma philosophy, మాత్రం మనం ఎందుకు బర్త్ తీసుకున్నాము, all these things if we start understanding, then we'll start understanding God's plan. This place is for correction. This material world is for our correction, for our purification. It is not for enjoyment. But for example, somebody did raped or somebody did a murder. They are put in jail for 14 years. If they think 14 years I am here, let me enjoy and relax here. Is that correct? Let me live here happily for next 14 years, 20 years. I will be here only. Anukunte మనం ఏమంటాం? You are foolish. By being good, by correcting your heart, by repenting for your mistakes, maybe on some August 15th or Republic Day, they will send you before, maybe by 10 years or 9 years instead of 14 years. You can come back and live happily. But if that person thinks, I am in the prison, this prison is awesome, then that is absolutely foolishness. So we are also like that, trying to live in the prison, but thinking, let me be here for next 100 years. I have a flat in Kondapur, Kachiboli. That's enough for me. Right? Okay. Now, there are so many questions. I have posted some 10, 12 questions. Did you see them? Did you see them? Does any of the questions resonate with you? మీ మనసులో కూడా అలాంటి క్వశ్చన్స్ ఎవరికైనా ఉన్నాయా? లేదా మీరు ఆ క్వశ్చన్స్ అన్ని దాటేశారా? Why are so many rituals? Why don't we just focus on God? Is the first question. Sorry, I think next week we should remember and get second mic. Please remind me, Prabhu. We should get a second question so that if anybody has answers, we can answer them. So, చాలా మంది అంటుంటారు, ఇక్కడ ఉండాలండి భక్తి. ఇవన్నీ అవసరం, గుళ్ళకి వెళ్ళక్కర్లేదు, ఈ అభిషేకాలు చేయక్కర్లేదు, ఏమి చేయక్కర్లేదు, ఇక్కడ ఉండాలండి భక్తి. Have you heard those people saying? All the lazy people say this dialogue. ఇక్కడ ఉండాలండి. Because they're lazy and they don't want to offer anything to God. I gave this example last time. I will repeat that example so that it goes into mind. Your son comes back from school at 3 o'clock. Amma, I'm very hungry. I love you, Nama. I love you so much, Rabuji. How was your school? What happened? You are talking until 5 o'clock. Amma, tiffin better. What does your son say? Enough of inquiring about the school. First, give me some food. No. I love you, Rakana. What else? He'll finally leave the house, go to the nearby shop and buy something and eat, and then come back and talk to you. Right? So it is like this. Somebody says, Marsala undalandi emi cheyakaledu, is like that mother who says to the son, I love you, but not feeding him, not doing anything for the son. Amma, repu school fees kattalama. నువ్వు అంటే నాకు చాలా ప్రాణం రాకన్నా, నువ్వు లేకపోతే నేను బతకలేను రాకన్నా, అవన్నీ నాకు వద్దమ్మా, స్కూల్ ఫీజు కట్టి, లేకపోతే నాకు స్కూల్లో ఇచ్చి తీసేస్తారు. సో వాట్ ఆర్ వి లర్నింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్? దట్ devotion means it's an action. It's not just a feeling. Feeling come action. That action means go to the temple, do an abhishekam, do a sashtanga dandavat pranamam, offer a flower garland, break a coconut, do something for the Krishna, read Bhagavatam, read Bhagavad Gita, listen to some lecture. All these are actions aligned with the God. Just simply not doing anything is not devotion. Do you all agree with me with this example? You feel devotion is a conscious act? It's a feeling. Without feeling also you can't do. Right? Without feeling also you can't do. That's the first thing. Now, second thing comes into the picture. Why so many rituals? Why don't just focus on the God? Just focus on the God. Ivanni emi cheyakaledu. Why do we break coconut in the temple? Just we'll discuss some examples. Why do we break coconut in the temple? Why only coconut, not pumpkin, not tomatoes? Why only coconut? Why not papaya? Why not watermelon? Any answers? Why coconut? Seedless. Okay, Inka? Ahankara break cheyadaniki. We all have broken some 100 coconuts till now, or 1,000 maybe since birth. Is our ego come down? Sometimes. Or is there a relation that if I break 10,001 coconuts, ego automatically goes away? Right. Okay. Hey, your answer is right. We are trying to break the ego. So next time, whenever time we are trying to break the coconut, we need to remember consciously that I want to let go my ego. Your ego want to go, but are you allowing it to go or you are holding on to it? If you don't allow it to go, even though you break 1 lakh coconuts, nothing is going to happen. And why coconut water instead of any other water? Pure. Correct. Coconut water is pure. It's uncontaminated because it's natural water formed in the shell. and there's nothing to enter. Actually, Ganga water is the purest because Ganga is not formed in the world. It is coming from the Krishna's lotus feet. It is coming from the Vaikuntha. When this Lord takes this form, dwarf form, Vamana avatar. 3 steps low. When the third one, when he's trying to go into the Urdhva Lokam, he cuts through that one. His leg goes through that one. Then a hole happens. Ganga comes down. Ganga comes down at that time. Ganga is such a purist, right? Even Ganga is purest, but still it has got some contamination from a point of view that there are some fishes living. They might leave their urine there and all kinds of things. Yet it is still considered as pure for us, right? But coconut water has nothing inside that one. So that is why we offer coconut. I think last week we discussed, why do we sit for 1 minute in a temple? Did we discuss that? I don't know. Huh? Okay. First week, I think I tried to give example. A lot of people go to temple and do like this and immediately go away. 30 seconds. We don't even sit. 30 seconds and we'll immediately, for a lot of us, take the car, park the car, go inside the temple, take darshan, like this 1 second. We don't know whether it is touched or not also, and immediately go running and take the car and go home. Even while we are in the temple, we are thinking about our nice new slippers which we have bought yesterday, sneakers, 4,500 rupees. Will somebody take away or not? Skechers, 6,000 rupees. So, కళ్ళు శివుడి మీద చిత్తం చెప్పుల మీద అని సామెత విన్నారా? సో అట్లా our mind is on the sketches. We are not thinking about the God there. So why do we need to sit for 1 minute in a temple? That 1 minute. Okay. To remember that image of Bhagavan into our heart. That is one reason. What else? Positive vibes, because that environment is very positive and it has got God's energy. Any other answers? Okay. Those mantras and all to go into our mind. We want to give a minute to reflect. This is amazing. You have also answered my next question. Very nice.
It should not be an agenda based, like going to the temple, be done, and then come back.
Yes.
I've done my part for the day.
You know what is the difference between ritual and spiritual? Just look at that English. Ritual, spiritual. What is the extra word? Spirit. Between ritual and spiritual, what is that extra word? Spirit. So if that spirit is missing, if the feeling is missing and you do it, it is a ritual. If you do it with love, the same thing, offering a coconut or offering you cooked some nice rice and you offered it with love, it's the same thing. Or if you don't offer it with love, this go. I bet. What is missing? Spirit is missing. That means feeling is missing. Love is missing. Then it becomes ritual. So from now onwards, when we are trying to do anything, let us reflect on, are we doing with that spirit or not? Now coming back to this question, why elder said that we need to sit for at least 1 minute in the temple is because in the Vedic times, why Vedic times? Even from 100 years ago, 50 years ago, 30, 40 years ago, also, all temples were considered as educational institutions. LKG to PG, they don't talk about God. God is out of syllabus in all the CBSE, ICSE, Cambridge, IB, all these amazing subjects. God is out of syllabus, right? And some schools are so secular. If you bring the name, I asked one school, I don't want to take the name of the school. Can I come and talk about Bhagavad Gita to the young people? Because a lot of young people are being misled nowadays. They said, Bhagavad Gita. No, in our school, don't even use that word. We are secular school. We want all religion schools should come. I said, okay, 1 week I'll come and speak Bhagavad Gita. Next week you invite one Christian to come about Bible, and next week you invite some Muslim to come and talk about Quran. No, God. No, God. So LKG to PG, God is out of syllabus. Hare Krishna. Right? Temples were educational institutions because temples were giving the Vedic education. Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavatam, all these things every day were at least 30 minutes used to be there. And some of the elders I am seeing here, హరికథ ఉండేది కదండి ఇది వరకు ఊళ్ళల్లో హరికథ చెప్పేవాడు కదా ఎంత బ్యూటిఫుల్ గా చెప్పేవాడు ఎస్పెషల్లీ శ్రీరామనవమి ఇటువంటి ప్లేసెస్ టైంలో దే యూస్ టు డూ హరికథ. So temples were called educational institutions because they were giving this spiritual foundation to us. And why they sit for 1 minute is, at least when you sit for 1 minute, suddenly that person is talking about Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi, or the purpose of life, or why loving Krishna is very important in life, or what is our relationship with God. That 1 minute you listen also and start thinking about it and going home, your life will be changed. That's why they say at least sit for 1 minute, 5 minutes and listen. Now in temples, what's happening? There is no education, except in maybe in ISKCON temples. Or ISKCON temples, very clearly, there is an everyday Bhagavatam class morning 8 to 9, strictly throughout the world. Whether you are in Siberia, coldest place, or whether you are in the most hottest place, every day 8 to 9, there is a Bhagavatam class like that. But there are few temples who are still doing that Vedic education, but only 1%. 99% of our Hindu temples are not focusing on the Vedic education. Now we understand why we need to sit for a minute in the temple. Now I'll ask you another question. ఇంట్లో చీపిరిని కాల్తో తన్నకూడదు. Don't kick the broom with your leg. విన్నారా? Lot of people heard this. Why? లక్ష్మీదేవి. Broom is లక్ష్మీదేవి. అంతే కదా, చీపిరి లక్ష్మీదేవి కదా, అవునా? ఒప్పుకుంటారా? మీరు ఇమీడియట్ గా ఇంటికి వెళ్ళి చీపిరిని తీసుకొచ్చి మీ మందిరంలో పెట్టి మాల వేసి అభిషేకం చేసి సాష్టాంగ దండం చేయండి. మీరే అన్నారు కదా మా చీపిరి లక్ష్మీదేవి అని. You only said, right? The broom is Lakshmi. So, if it is Lakshmi, why will you keep it outside? Take the Lakshmi, put it in the altar, and do a dandavat and offer naivedhyam. Will you do that immediately after going home? Huh? No. You said Lakshmi and you are not ready to. Anybody knows the answer? Why we should not kick the broom? It is helping us. Okay. Any other answers? Why we should not kick the broom? Any other reflections? Don't hesitate. Sometimes your answer may not be exactly aligned, but let us have it an interactive kind of a thing. Huh? So that Lakshmi enters. Okay. If I extend your example, very nicely you said, what is your name, Mataji? Sindhu. Very nice. You said if I clean the house, Lakshmi enters. So that means we are agreeing that if we clean, Lakshmi enters the house. Then if God has to enter, does our heart also need to be clean? If it is unclean, will he come inside? In your hall sofa, there are 5 towels. Biggest fight between husband and wife is what? Towel on the bed. Is it right? Again, I'm seeing that so many eyes popping up and very nice, Prabhuji, you understood. Right. So, towel being on the sofa, and let's say some home slippers are on the sofa, and some food is popcorn. Yesterday night you are watching OTT, binge watching until 3 a.m. latest movies. So popcorn is all lying there, and some important guests come. Kuchadi. Will that person sit there? Will that person sit there? You clean up everything and you dust it and say, Kurchadi. Then will he sit? Common sense. So if our heart has lot of impurities, will Krishna enter? If our heart has lust, greed, hatred, jealousy, anger, frustration, depression, all kinds of things which should not be there, మనం పెంచి పోషిస్తాం. All these feelings, we take care of them. అంతే కదండి? Jealousy, we increase every day. Anger, we increase every day. All these negative feelings, we fan them. We keep them in our heart. దాని మూలన ఏం జరుగుతుంది? Is it a good place for God to sit? No. So we have to reflect this one. If we want to invite God into our heart, we have to remove these feelings. If we don't remove the dirt, just like a guest will not come and sit, God also will not sit in your heart. He will not even come. You know how God enters into our heart? There are 2 ways. Any idea how God enters into our heart? Two ways. God has one direct path from ear to the heart. There is one sliding. There is one slide. You know, all the kids play in the park now slide. They go up and down, go up and down. I'm sure many of us pass that stage of taking our small children near the slide. They do 100 times. We are tired, but they keep doing it again and again. Like that, there is a slide from our ear to into the heart. There is one slide. Krishna enters through that ear and he slides and comes into that heart. That is called Shravanam. Shravanam. Shravanam means not listening to the TV9 debate. Shravanam means Srimad Bhagavatam, Ramayanam. Listening to Shastra is Bhagavad Gita is Shravanam. What we are now talking is Shravanam. Kirtanam means saying the name of the God. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Whenever we do Kirtan alone or together, that Kirtan will purify the heart, and by listening, Sravanam and Kirtanam are two important things. Then God will come into our heart. Then he sits there. You understood now how God comes into our heart? Right. Very good. So, now I think I deviated from that example of broom. Why don't we need to kick? What is the, now, same question I'll ask different way. What is the most less valued item in the entire house? Broom. Broom is the least valued one in the house. Our Sanatana Dharma is telling that don't even kick the most least valued item in your house. What does it mean? If it is telling not to kick even the most less valued item, anything above that should be most respected, right? అంటే ఏంటంటే చీపుర్నే తన్నద్దు అంటే అది అస్సలు విలువైన వస్తువే కాదు, పనికిరాని వస్తువు. అందుకనే broom is the only one we keep it outside. Everything else will be inside. So, of course, nowadays broom is also inside because of our houses. In our apartment, there was a big debate once. Chappal stand should be outside or inside. Big debate, 100 people. I said it should be outside as per Vedic tradition. They said, bullshit to your Vedic tradition, chappal stand should be inside because outside beauty is lost. So there were 2 meetings of 4 hours about chappal stand. Then I said namaskaram and I walked away from there. Community living means we sit and discuss the most unimportant things. On a lighter note, I'm telling, I know there are so many important things you all meet and discuss, but sometimes we spend most time on unimportant things. So Shastra is telling that if broom itself should not kick, what does it mean? So people should not be kicked. The feeling should not be kicked. We should not hurt others. That's what Shastra is telling. So we need to respect that one. That is the most important thing. Next, are we sentimentalist? Or are we true spiritual believers? We are more of sentimentalists. Many times our children ask some questions. Amma, ఇది ఎందుకు చేస్తున్నావు? చేయరా, ఇవన్నీ నాకు తెలియదు. My grandmother was doing, my grandmother's grandmother was doing, I was doing. Actually, to be honest with you, many of the elders today don't know a lot of things. That's why we are not able to tell our kids why are they doing this, and we tell them, just do it. And to some extent, our generation was okay to accept whatever parents say. Right? And our children are not ready to like that. Until we explain them with logic, full clarity, they won't do anything. Some of us sitting here are called sandwiched generation. You know that, right? We listen to our parents and we also listen to our children. We are called sandwiched generation. Always listening only. There is nothing called giving. Right? What will happen to our children, I really don't know. What will happen to them when they deal with their children, I don't want to even imagine. It is that kind of thing. So, are we sentimental? Are we spiritual? So, we should not do things with sentiments. With logic is understood. Feeling is different from sentiment. Do you agree with me? Bhavamo, sentiment are different. Sentiment are just like that. We are just doing it for the sake of doing it. Our ancestors following it. We are doing it like that. No. Everything we should understand the logic. Why are we doing it? Then we do it with full consciousness. Agarattu. Ila indu tippali. ఇలా ఎందుకు తిప్పకూడదు, ఇలా ఎందుకు అనకూడదు. దెర్ ఇస్ ఎ బుక్ కాల్డ్ నారద పంచరాత్ర. నారద పంచరాత్ర. In that book, Lord Vishnu explained to Narada how he need to be worshipped very clearly. నన్ను ఎలా పూజించాలన్నది ఆయనే క్లియర్ గా he explained in నారద పంచరాత్ర. Most of the temples try to follow the Narada Pancharatra, and there is a clear explanation on why we do Arati 4 times at the feet, 2 times at the navel, 3 times at the face, 7 times around Krishna. Why we do like that? All these things are clearly explained in the book called Narada Pancharatra. Right. We are afraid of God, that is why we go to the temples. మనకి భగవంతుడు అంటే భక్త భయమా? భక్త భయమా? భక్తి ఇంకా మాట్లాడక్కర్లేదు అయితే. బట్ మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద కేసెస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అదర్వైజ్. చిల్డ్రన్ నెప్పలేసుకో, తప్పు 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 తప్పు, అలా చేయకూడదు, ఇలా చేయకూడదు. భగవంతుడు కొట్టేస్తాడు. భగవంతుడు లైక్ చిన్నప్పుడు అన్నం పెడుతున్నప్పుడు తినకపోతే బూచోడు ఎత్తుకుపోతాడు అనేవాడు. అలా ఇప్పుడు తప్పు చేసి అమ్మో భగవంతుడు. సో సమ్ ఆఫ్ us are making God like a sadist. Unknowingly to our children we are making God as a sadist. భగవంతుడు నిన్ను అచ్చేస్తాడు, ఇచ్చేస్తాడు, ఇచ్చేస్తాడు. So they start, instead of developing love towards God, they are developing aversion towards God. To some extent we are responsible. We are responsible for their aversion because we are trying to portray God in a very negative way. ఎలా అయితే చిన్న పిల్లవాడు అన్నం తినకపోతే బూచోడు ఎత్తుకుపోతాడు అనుకుంటామో, అట్లాగే వీఆర్ టెల్లింగ్ అవర్ చిల్డ్రన్, మో అలా చేస్తే దేవుడు కొడతాడు, ఇలా చేస్తే నూనె లేపిస్తాడు, అలా చేస్తే అలా చేస్తాడు. ఆర్ వి డూయింగ్ దట్? లెట్ us honestly accept it. We are not trying to promote the positive effort towards God. We are trying to create a negative feeling. సచ్ అయిపోతే నువ్వు ఊళ్ళోకి వెళ్ళావు కదా, నువ్వు అది చేయలేదు కదా. And some of us also think like that. Many of us have in our altar 10 gods. 10 gods pictures. Ganesha picture, Shiva picture, Parvati picture, Vishnu picture. Many of them are very happy. And some people think like that. ఇవాళ ఏదో ఆఫీస్లో ఏదో గొడవ అయింది. I think పొద్దున్న గణేషకి నేను సరిగ్గా నమస్కారం పెట్టలేదు అనుకుంటా. దట్స్ వై I think in the office there is a problem. I had an accident. ఆ మూలన్న అమ్మవారికి నేను సరిగ్గా అగరత్తి తిప్పలేదు, అందుకని I think కాలు కింద పడిపోయినట్టు. Many of us start thinking like that because we have 10, 15 pictures. We start thinking that means we are seeing God as a sadist. నువ్వు ఇవాడు నన్ను దండం పెట్టలేదు కాబట్టి నేను బండి మీద నుంచి పడేశాను. ఈజ్ గాడ్ ఏ సాడిస్ట్? ఇవాడు నువ్వు ఆరతి తిప్పలేదు కాబట్టి మీ బాస్ నిన్ను తిట్టాడు. ఈజ్ గాడ్ ఏ సాడిస్ట్? How many of you think that God is a sadist? God is a most lovable person. Purna prema. God means only love. There's nothing else. There's no hatred. If we need to start seeing God as a person of embodiment of love, complete love. So let us be careful when we are trying to portray a picture as God as a sadist in front of our children, or even we start seeing God as a sadist. God is not here to take revenge on us just because we did not turn agarbatti 3 times towards him. If God is a revengeable person, by this time we would have been smashed. What is that we did? Just reflect. I'm not trying to point out a negative any person, but just look back our life. భగవంతుడికి మనం ఏమి ఇచ్చాం? ఎంత టైం ఇచ్చాం? If God is really a sadist by this time, what should have happened? There are years we did not think about God. There are so many people who think for 1 second in the morning, photo choosing. I pray. That is the prayer. Right? For a lot of people, God is 1 second. Now I'm connecting back to that one. Prabhuji said a beautiful thing. Okay, I'm connecting back. What is the definition of prayer? What is the definition of prayer? What is your understanding of prayer? Bring a checklist in front of Krishna. Huh? అంతే కదండి. పొద్దున్నే ఫ్రెష్ లిస్ట్ తయారు చేసి భగవాన్ సామ్నే రఖనా. కృష్ణ, టుడే దిస్ ఈస్ యువర్ టు డూ లిస్ట్. Like wife sometimes send to husband WhatsApp message, today bring these following things. Actually, it is not required nowadays. Zomato, Tomato is there, Instamart is there, Swiggy is there, Blinkit is there. No, actually, these all help the husbands. Otherwise, it used to be a big issue of you ask something to husband and he forgets, and evening it's a big fight. How many days you keep forgetting? Prabhuji, what is happening today? Why are you discussing husband and wife problems? So, what is the prayer? Prayer is not asking anything to God. Prabhuji, आप बताइए. That is the definition of prayer. Expression of sense of gratitude. Now, don't answer me. Answer in your heart. How many times we did a prayer like, आपका नाम प्रभुजी? Your name? Pranod Chakravarti. Pranod Bengali? 100%. समझ गए. So, Pranab Chakravarti Saab said that one expression of gratitude. Now just think in your hearts, how many times we did a prayer as per the definition given by Pranab ji? Are we doing every day, once a week, once a month? When something good happens, we might do exactly like that. Thank you, Krishna. Or nothing happens. Meeku naku sambandham. Nee life neede, na life naade. నీకు మనం చక్కెర పొంగలు పెట్టాను, ఏం చేసావు నువ్వు? తినేసి నాకు ఏమి చేయలేదు. సో ప్రేయర్ డెఫినేషన్ ఈజ్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ ఆఫ్ గ్రాటిట్యూడ్. ఓకే, హౌ మెనీ ఆఫ్ యూ డూ ఫాస్టింగ్ ఆన్ ఏకాదశి? హౌ మెనీ ఆఫ్ యూ డూ ఫీస్టింగ్ ఆన్ ఏకాదశి? Feasting, which we do every day, 3 times a day, sometimes 4 times a day. And nowadays at 11 o'clock in the night also we can order something, right, if you like. So we are in that situation. So I will tell you a different type of fast. You want to follow that? Can anybody want to follow a different type of fast? Okay. 2 days. Don't ask anything to God. 2 days. Prabhuji, tomorrow is Sri Ram Navami. I have already planned so much. I have a big checklist to ask him, and I get that opportunity once a year. And na note card kuda teesemakanడి. రేపు రాముడిని అడగటానికి నేను ఎంతో ప్లాన్ చేసుకున్నాను. ఓకే, సో ఎగ్జామ్టెడ్. టుమారో శ్రీరామనవమి. సో ఆస్క్ వాట్ ఎవర్ యూ వాంట్. Monday and Tuesday, 2 days can we do fast? Monday and Tuesday can we do fast? What is the fast? Don't ask anything to God. Can we try this fast? And tell me in the WhatsApp, was it easy or was it difficult? Is it easy? For some of you it's easy. For people like me it's very difficult. Okay, right? So prayer is an expression of gratitude. And let us have that in mind in our heart, and also help our children also understand that prayer is about gratitude. Right. Next question. God is everywhere. Then why are bad people also there? Why are bad people? Why did God create bad people? Do you have this question? Any one of you have this question? Any one of you have the answer? Chapadama. Huh? Conversion. Okay. What is your answer? Okay. Good. So from the previous birth, they are carrying negative vasanas. That's where bad people. Anything else? Okay.
It's like our self-awareness to choose.
It's a choice given by her. It is a choice. Okay. What is the definition of darkness? Absence of light. The moment light is on, darkness is automatically gone. It is not going to take half an hour. Now I'm going, now I'm going. You switch on the light, darkness is gone in a second. Right? So the definition of darkness is absence of light. So the definition of bad is absence of good. Krishna has given us a choice to live. Do you want to go this way or do you want to go this way? God never takes away that freedom from us. If God has taken away freedom from us, we would have become, how many of you seen Robo movie? There are robos, right? In that movie, so many thousands of robos will be there. We would have been like Robo, everybody walking like this and just doing what exactly has to be done. Krishna has given choice. If somebody says, I don't believe in God, Krishna says, that's fine. It's your choice. Go on. I hate Krishna. That's okay. That is your choice given to you. I love Krishna. Thank you. That is the choice you take. For God, everybody is neutral. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, I am neutral. I have given equal opportunity to everybody. But whoever loves me so much, I welcome them. But God is neutral. He is not specially favoring some people or disfavoring other people. Is sunlight given only for good people and devotees? Water, all natural resources are given only to good people, selected people. Bad people, if they open the pump, water doesn't come. All the facilities given are common to everyone. Krishna is neutral, he's giving. But if somebody takes the extra effort and says, I want to come to you, Krishna, I like you, then he says, welcome. And he does extra steps towards them because he is showing coming to them. So God is never favoritism. God is not favoring some people. When we understand the karma philosophy, after a few weeks, we'll discuss why bad things happen to good people or why good things happen to bad people. We'll discuss this one, then things will become a bit more clear when the karma philosophy that Mataji talked about also karmas, right? So you stand in front of the sun, you see the light. You stand away from sun, you see the shadow. Is that right? You agree? In a similar way, if you are towards the God, you are trying to be good. If you are away from God, you are bad. Prabhuji, does it mean that all God-loving people are nice people, wonderful people, they are not doing anything bad? Not necessary. A lot of God-loving people are also doing bad. Two reasons. One, somebody is aware that he is having bad intentions and he want to correct that one. And he is repentful for the mistakes what he has done. That is one kind of person. Another person is duplicitous person. I keep saying Krishna's name, but I keep doing whatever I want. That means that second person is duplicitous. Duplicity. If you are God-loving, you should be as good as possible. That means follow the principles coming from the Shastra. Then you are truly God-loving. Otherwise, you are duplicitous. It's very difficult to understand the feeling in the heart. It cannot be expressed. Just because I have a dhoti and pancha and a tilak, you can't say that I am the pure devotee. I am also a normal person. But only difference is we agree the mistakes in our heart and we try to correct them. Are we conscious of correcting our mistakes or not? If we are conscious of correcting our mistakes, God will help you correct the mistakes. If you say, Krishna, I just want to keep the jealousy in my heart like that one, he will say, okay, keep it. Krishna, I want to keep the greed. Even though I'm dying 1 minute before, I still have a list of desires. He will say, okay, keep it. What is the reason for the birth? There are two reasons for the birth. What is the reasons for the birth? Huh? Very good. To fulfill all the unfulfilled desires. And what is the second reason? To undergo the karmic reactions from the previous life. These are the two reasons we take. We take birth to fulfill the unfulfilled desires. So now choice is us how many unfulfilled desires we want to keep. If we have 10,000 unfulfilled desires in our mind, we will be given that many births to fulfill all the desires. Krishna, I want to fly like so much. Next life, if you are a bird. Krishna, I want to swim all the day. Next life, you are a fish. Krishna, I want to run like crazy. You are a kangaroo in Australia. Krishna, I want to be the most strongest person. You are the elephant in the forest. So, I'm not saying desires are not required. I know as Grahasthas, we all have some desires to take care of the family. The parameter is it a genuine desire or is it a greed? What is a genuine desire? It's very difficult to parameterize. Let's say taking care of the immediate family. If somebody is unhealthy, wishing them that they become healthy soon. Basic things are like genuinely required because we are normal human beings, husband, wife, children, family. We need to protect ourselves and all these things. But anything beyond that is considered as a greed. So what is greed? What is genuine need? You only have to assess yourselves. Because everybody's situation here sitting, there are some 50, 60 people here. Each one of us have a different situation. So what is a need and what is a greed? Each one of us have to assess that one. Right? What is the time? 8:40. Okay. Right. We are still in the first slide. If God created everything, who has created God? Prabhuji, what is God's birth rate? My daughter asked me this question long back. What is the birthday of God? And who is the father and mother of the God? What is the answer? Does God has a birthday? Huh? He has a birthday. He has a start date. We all have a start date and a, I will not talk about it. We all have a start date and a dash. But Bhagavan ko there is no start date and no end date. Adyantarahita, eternal. God is eternal. We cannot even imagine. God is there always, eternal. Right? Nobody has created God. So a lot of people ask these questions. Your God is also created by somebody. Some atheists talk like this. Next. Is it cowardly to depend on God? I am very strong. I can do everything on my own. I don't need God. Because you are cowardly, you cannot manage things yourselves, you are emotional fool. That's why you are dependent on God. Some people say like this. Have you heard these statements? Huh? Nowadays, YouTube has got so many lectures. Every person is giving gyan in YouTube. And if you scroll reels, you get so much gyan. Right? In the midnight also, our hand will be moving like this. Either YouTube reels or Insta reels or Facebook reels. Right? So, is it cowardly to depend on God? How many of you think? Just be open, huh? Don't hesitate what others will think. If you genuinely feel that so, let us discuss that one. Don't sometimes give answer which is societally acceptable or acceptable in this kind of an environment. If I say like this, maybe what others will think, will they judge me tomorrow? Don't think like that because we are trying to have an open dialogue, exchange and understand. So it is not cowardly to depend on God. Great people also depend on God. Great people. They have everything in life, yet they are dependent on Lord. You know Parikshit Maharaj? How many of you know who is Parikshit? Parikshit. Parikshit was, Kaligo started up Parikshit story. I'll just tell very briefly. Parikshit was cursed by a Brahmana son that in 7 days in 7 days he will die. Right? He is one of the greatest devotee. And he is the one who has seen Lord Krishna in his mother's womb. When Ashwadhama puts the Brahmastra in the mother's womb to kill Parikshit, Krishna goes inside the Uttara Garbham. He goes inside the womb of the mother and protects Parikshit Maharaj from the Brahmastra. His name is called Parikshit because whenever he was coming out, after he came out from mother's womb, he was looking at everybody. He was looking, Inena, Mama Kadupulo Chusindi, Inena, Inena, Inena. He was keenly observing everyone. Is he the person whom I have seen in my mother's womb? So that's why he's called Parikshit. He was carefully examining everyone. Right? He was given a curse that in 7 days he will die. And Parikshit Maharaj has the ability to give back the curse to the Brahmana. But yet he accepts the curse and he goes and falls at the feet of Sukadeva Goswami. Sukha Maharshi antar Telugulo. Sukadeva Goswami, and he says, what will make me deathless? What should a dying person do? What is the ultimate purpose of every human life? What is that if I hear, I don't need to hear anything else? You understood all these points? మనిషి జన్మకి కారణం ఏంటి, చనిపోయే వ్యక్తి ఏం చేయాలి, ఏం చేస్తే ఇంకా మళ్ళీ జన్మంటూ ఉండదు. Then Sukadev Goswami said, come sit, I'll explain Srimad Bhagavatam to you. 7 days and 7 nights, no lunch break, no toilet break. 7 days and 7 nights he was just continuously listening from Sukadeva Goswami Srimad Bhagavatam. After the 7th day he left his body, consciously left his body. But how did he use these last 7 days and 7 nights? Just surrender to Krishna, listening to Srimad Bhagavatam. He's a great warrior. He can give back the curse, but he has accepted the curse and he said, let me listen to this one. So that means sometimes karmic reactions come to us. We have no choice, we have to accept it. We have to accept. Krishna says, tolerate. Sitoshna Sukha Dukha, tolerate. Tolerate. But we try to fight back. నేను ఇది ఒప్పుకోను, నా జీవితంలో ఇది జరిగింది, నేను ఇది ఒప్పుకోను. You agree? Sometimes we don't accept the God's decisions in our life. We try to fight back. We know we can't do anything. Can you move a mountain? Can you move a mountain? But we try to move the mountain. It is foolishness. So we have to listen to, sometimes take the bigger decisions of life. Next one. All Hindus are foolish people because they worship stones. This is a big statement made by people. We worship stones. Are we worshippers of stone? Prabhuji, this morning you are questioning so many things. You are shaking us. All these questions make sense? ఇవన్నీ అవసరమని మనం మాట్లాడుకోవటం, లేకపోతే అవసరం లేదు ప్రభుజీ, అవుట్ ఆఫ్ సిలబస్ అంతా మాట్లాడుతున్నారు మీరు అంటారు. Are we worshippers of stone? What is your answer? Huh? We see God in stone, so that means I should not step my foot on this one also. Okay. Because this is also stone, right? I'm standing on it. And there's a small stone here. Huh? Choice. Any other answer? Are we worshipper of stones? Just reflect for a second. No. Okay. We are not worshipper of the stones. The murti, what we see in the temple, is not a stone. It is called murti. Murti anna. I said the statement. I did not say stone. Or it's called archa vigraha. Shastra says archa vigraha. God has appeared in front of us to accept our prayers in the form archa vigraha. And there is a proper procedure of installation in the temple. How many of you seen a temple installation, deity installation? They do so much procedure. Have you seen all that one? They put the god in the water, in different kind of Ganges water and all kinds of things. Then they tie a thread to this face on that particular morning. Then there is a rituals, Vedic mantras. Temples are also built as per a Shastra. Do you know what is a Shastra called? How temples are built? Agama Shastra. Temples are built. And Vedas explain how do you invoke the divine energy into that stone, what you have put there. Until you invoke that, that is still a stone. Even though that stone is cut in the form of a Krishna or Rama, it is a stone. Until you finish that procedure and invoke the divinity into that stone, it is called a stone. The moment you follow all the principles and invoke the divinity, it is called Archa Vigraha, or it's called Murti, or it's called Bhagavan. And you start worshipping that one. So we are not a worshipper of stone. If some people keep saying, especially nowadays, if you open YouTube, you have a lot of people from other religions just making this kind of comments. You are fools. You just run after every stone. You run after every tree. You run after Nagal Chauthi comes, you run after snakes. Next day morning, if you see the same snake in the park, you immediately kill. So many jokes are made on us because we ourselves are not clear on our foundational principles. Why Abhishekam to God? And why can't we use the money to poor people? PK movie. Why Abhishekam to God? Why not feed poor people? How many of you have that question in mind? Why are we wasting thousands and thousands of liters of milk on Shivaratri day? Why can't we feed all the poor people? Huh? You have this question. Why can't we feed poor people? Okay. Abhishekam is done to reciprocate, Chakravarti Sahib ne bola, like that, to reciprocate our gratitude. Is there anything which you can offer to God which is not created by Him? Just think about it. Is there anything you can offer to Krishna which is not created by Him? ఆయన దానికి ఇస్తే గొప్ప ఏంటి? Right? Mother makes a nice sweet and gives it to a small baby. Small baby, godi mein, you are feeding. And that small baby takes a little and offers back to mother. Mother is on the top of the three worlds. Is it right? Many mothers can understand that connection, the example what I have given. Men cannot understand. So, if the same baby is offering big, then will you say, నేను పొద్దున్న గంట సేపు కూర్చొని తయారు చేస్తే నాది నాకు నోట్లో పెట్టి గొప్ప ఫీల్ అవుతావా? నువ్వు రేపు చేసి నాకు పెడితే గొప్ప ఫీల్. Will you say that one? You are on top of the world. You, father brings a chocolate and give 5-star chocolate to the baby, and the baby cuts a small piece and puts it back against into the father's mouth. You feel like you are on the Mount Everest. Will you say, ఈ చాక్లెట్ నీదా నేను తెచ్చానా? నాది నాకు ఇస్తున్నావేంటి? So God never says, నాది నాకు ఇస్తున్నా, because there is nothing in this world which is not created by Him, which you can offer to Him. Will you agree with me? You know, what is that one thing which Krishna wanted us to offer, which we are not willing to offer? What is that one thing which He wants us to offer? He asks us repeatedly, please offer this to me. Please offer this dash to me. Fill in the blanks. Huh? He's asking to offer our heart to Him. We are ready to put 10 crores in Tirupati Balaji Hundi, but not our heart. Somebody is ready to put 100 kilos gold in the Tirupati Balaji's Hundi, but not our heart. Can you introspect this one? Just reflect. ఏమండి ఏకాదశి ఉపవాసం ఉండండి. అవన్నీ కుదరదండి, కావాలంటే ₹1,00,00,000 హుండీలో వేసేస్తానండి, ఏకాదశి ఉపవాసం మాత్రం ఉండదండి. We are like that one. We are thinking like that one. Right? So now I'll ask another question. So Krishna is asking us to offer our heart. And let us see if we are ready to offer our heart. This 12 weeks of discussion is all about offering our heart to Krishna, understanding our connection with God. That is what we are all trying to do. Okay? Now coming back to this bigger question about Abhishekam, why are we wasting money? Now I'll ask another question. Do you celebrate birthday parties? Do you buy expensive sarees? Do you buy gold? Do you celebrate anniversary parties? Do you have holidays? Why don't you stop all that and start feeding poor people? When it comes to God, we start thinking like, let us stop that half liter or 100 ml of milk and immediately offer it to the poor person. But when we have our son's first birthday party and spend 1 lakh rupees, we don't think about all the poor people who are starving. When we spend 1 crore in a wedding, we don't think about all the poor people lying outside. When we buy a 25,000 rupees watch, we don't think about all the poor people. When we go on an international holiday and spend 10 lakh rupees in Europe, we don't think about all the poor people who are struggling. But when it comes to God, immediately we think about poor people. Instead of that pouring that milk, why can't we offer to poor people? Why can't you stop going one evening for a nice dinner on a Sunday evening? Nowadays, dinner is anything less than 3,000 rupees. Is any dinner less than 3,000 rupees? You'll get only 2 plate idli less than that. In any nice hotel, you go, less than 3,000 rupees for a couple. And if you are 4 people going, 10,000 rupees minimum if you are going for a nice dinner in a decent place. Why don't you stop one evening on a Sunday evening dinner and feed poor people? No? మా ఇష్టాలకి మీరు రాడ్డు రావద్దు ప్రభుజీ. We think about poor people, starving people, hungry people like this only when we are thinking about offering anything to Krishna. Why decorate so much to the temple and waste all flowers? For your son's birthday party, you want to decorate the whole Gauthami enclave. But for Mukhot Ekadasi, if you do the decoration of the whole temple, you have a problem. Why are they wasting 1 lakh rupees on flowers? How many weddings you have gone where they have spent at least 10-15 lakhs rupees on a flower decoration, which is for 4 hours? How many weddings you have seen? I recently went to a wedding. They have spent 5 crores in 3 days. They have spent 5 crores in 3 days. I went to that wedding. Then why are you not thinking about God? Sorry, why are you not thinking about poor people? So, are you convinced? So it is about rethinking. It is about adjusting our thinking. So let us not think that just for offering something to God, it's waste of money. There are so many things we waste in our life. If we stop them and always feed poor people, then we can also question, why are you offering milk to Krishna? Why are you wasting flowers and all kinds of things? When we are wasting so much money in our life just for the sake of our happiness, or just because our child is happy, Amma, my birthday parties was very nice, Amma. Just for that one word, we are blowing 5 lakh rupees.
I have a question here.
Yes, please ask.
Okay. I'm shaking your dog.
Yeah.
Right? Does it have to be 1 liter of milk, or can it be in a smaller quantity of milk also when you're doing the abhishek?
You can do that. Why do you need to buy 10,000 rupees worth of sari? Why can't it be 500 rupees worth of sari?
Yeah. Makes sense.
There's 500 rupees sari available. Why 10,000 rupees sari? Why 30,000 rupees sari?
See, the sari, okay, fine, we can have it for a few years. But what I'm saying is, for the milk quantity or whatever, that's what.
No, you're right, actually. I was just trying to connect. Yeah, you can even offer 100 ml.
That's what I'm saying. Like, probably, I see a lot of milk being wasted in liters, in the form of liters. You know what? It can be even a smaller quantity.
Yeah.
And you can use it for the rest of, for the quarter.
Yeah, you can offer, actually.
So it can be a balance. It does not have to be overdoing it or anything.
That is okay. Fair enough. But let us not question offering to God when we are trying to fulfill all our desires. Sometimes we are full, yet we order a dessert. And the dessert is 699 only. Why the dessert when you are already full? Why can't you be okay with some, after the restaurant, they anyway give some sweet supari? That's not a dessert. That's not a dessert which will make your mouth sweet. We are very full, but triple chocolate, double brownie, we still order. Even though we are full, we still order that one. 999 rupees. Hanji, please ask the question. Please challenge me. Perspective.
God feeds millions on earth. As you said,
Yeah.
it's a sense of gratitude.
A sense of gratitude. Yeah.
I'm not doing abhishekam to food. I'm doing abhishekam with the belief that I'm giving it to it.
Yes, absolutely.
Who feeds millions of
Yes.
millions?
Yes.
That is.
Yes. It is Krishna who is feeding. Okay, I'll ask a simple question. In this park, there are so many ants, so many insects. Are you all feeding them? Every day, some of you are coming and putting some food in some corner and asking, hey ants, please eat. Today I made nice chapati and paneer sabji, please eat. Are you offering that? But how are they all surviving? These many ants in this park, there might be maybe 10,000 ants. How are they surviving? It is Krishna, it's God who is feeding every living being. He is feeding every living being. So, as Prabhuji said, me parent Ramachandra, very nice, beautiful name. Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. He's coming, he's appearing tomorrow, right? So, Abhishekam is also a way to express our love to him, our gratitude to him, and also offering back what he has given to us. They are all dravyas, very important dravyas like milk and sugandha dravyas, everything we offer back to him as an expression of gratitude. Okay, whether you want to offer little or so much is up to you, but let's not question about offering. Because if 10,000 people can offer 100 ml also, that's going to still become 1,000 liters, right? So let us start seeing the things from a different perspective, right? When God can hear our prayers everywhere, why do we go to the temple? God can hear us everywhere, no? Why are we going to temple?
Vibrations.
Vibrations. Yeah. Temples, as we discussed, there is a proper pratishtha done. There's a lot of energy of the God, and you feel the divine presence of the God. How many of you felt that you sat in a temple for some time and you felt peaceful? Right? Okay. You see that one. Right. There was one other thing which just came up a few minutes ago when we were talking. I wanted to trigger that question. Anyway, is religion created by God or we created it? We created it. Last week we discussed about Sanatana Dharma and the religion. You remember that? Sanatana Dharma. The word Sanatana itself telling that Sanatana means eternal. Eternal. That means it is forever. Even though you take so many lifetimes, it is eternal. That is what Sanatana Dharma. But religion has a start and an end. And it has beliefs, rituals keep changing over a period of time. What were following 100 years ago, now people follow differently. Things are changing. But Sanatana Dharma is eternal. Our connection to Krishna, our connection to God, and love for God is eternal. And how many of you believe in rebirth? Right. We will discuss in future. Then you'll get more answers about rebirth. Because if there is no rebirth, half of spirituality, there is no discussion. There's no discussion if there is no rebirth. And if everything is hunky-dory, if everything goes as per your plan, there's no discussion of spirituality. Then God becomes really optional subject. Anyway, these are some of the questions. I've listed them and put it on the table to openly discuss, because some of us are uncomfortable to discuss these points in public, because if we discuss them, we'll be seen as an atheist, or we'll be socially seen like different. So I thought, let me put all these questions in front of you and have an open conversation so that we can together understand and enlighten ourselves in the light of the Shastra. Any other questions you have relating to any of the Chepama? Yeah. Yeah, because they're not feeling, for example, your son's birthday party, will your neighbor feel the greatness of it? Your anniversary, will you feel very excited about it? If you are close friends, then it's okay. If there is a relation, you feel the connection. You feel the happiness. When people have no connection, what is whether Lord Ramachandra comes or not, what am I going to do? If you have a connection, you are excited. The same kid who is excited about their birthday 3 months before. I remember my daughter, the biggest day for her is her birthday when she was very small. Now she's 18. She used to 2 months before onwards. How do we celebrate her birthday? Nana, nakem gift kontav. 2 months before. Nana, 30 days more, 29 days more. As if it is the biggest day in the whole world. Nana, another 1 week, Nana. Nana, it is the big day tomorrow, Nana. She used to make us all run for her birthday party. You remember like that one. Because we love her so much, we are excited about that one. If I don't have that connection with her, I say, what is there in your birthday? So what is there in Lord Ramachandra's birthday? Okay. Now I'll ask another different question. Thank you, Mataji. I forgot something I wanted to discuss. You connected. So it is not God's birthday. It is God's appearance day. For humans, it's birthday and death day or anniversary, death anniversary or something we say. But for God, there's no birth or no death. So there's no birthday or there's no death day. It is called appearance day and disappearance day. Appearance means God has appeared in this material world in a certain form in which we connect and like and kind of things. So he appeared. Then avatar Vaipayaka, he disappeared. Avataram Chalincha. A lot of people say this one. Krishna was killed. God died. Boyevadu బాణం వేసి కొట్టాడు కృష్ణుడు చచ్చిపోయాడు. Have you heard this word? Have you heard this statement? No. అవతారం చాలించాడు. Simple logic. If you have a small prick on your thumb, will you die? Logic we forgot. ఆ బోయవాడు బాణం ఎక్కడ కొట్టాడు? కృష్ణుడు బొటన్ వేలు మీద కొడితే చచ్చిపోతారండి. Second thing is, Krishna wanted to finish. I've come here for a purpose. I finished that one, I'm going back. So he has used that, saying that, okay, whatever you want to do, anyway, I'm packing my bags. I'm going back to Vaikunta. But a lot of us fools think that Krishna died. WhatsApp. There are so many WhatsApp gurus who say, keep sending messages. Bhagavantudike karma tappadu. Bhagavantudu kuda chavu tappadu. Have you heard these statements? God is beyond karma. And God is beyond death. Anyway, we just finished first slide today. Right. Cite me how much time you have, Prabhu. Half an hour.
9:30.
It's 9 now?
9:05.
9:05. Okay, 25 minutes. So let us see how much we'll go. Okay. Why do people deny God?
Because they're lazy.
And because they want to do what they want to do. I want to get up at 9. I want to watch TV until 3. And I want to eat my favorite non-veg even on the most important festival day. That's why I want to deny God. Because God is the person who is trying to stop me from everything. He's trying to stop me from whatever I wanted to do. A lot of people think, Bhagavantudu nanu na ishtalni champukoni duranga unchamantunnadu kabatti naaku Bhagavantudu oddu. A lot of young people say this one nowadays. Just because you want to do something and somebody is saying that is not nice, so you want to deny religion, you want to deny God, you want to deny Shastra, so that you want to have a enjoying life, whatever you want to do. So that's why people feel that it's optional today. People are not understanding whatever I want to do, if I do, what is the end result? Someday you are going to face the death. And then you are going to face all the realities of life. You have to take birth again. Sometimes you have to take horrible birth. We don't need to wait for next birth. See the people in front of us who are going through horrible lives in front of us. Why do we need to take birth again and understand horrible things? We see in front of our eyes, right? People are going through horrible problems. 4-year-old boy, blood cancer. What is this? Is God cruel? Somebody made big plans. There was a wedding couple. I mean, this story shook me once. There was a wedding couple, wedding finished. They were all traveling back. And girl's mother, father, boy's mother, father, all died except the girl in the car accident when they're coming back home from the wedding. This story shook me. Just the girl was left. All others died. Imagine her difficult life now. Why are all this happening to? Why are all these things happening? Why are people going through so many health problems? Why are people going through so many relationship problems? Why are people going through so many financial problems? All kinds of problems. Yet we wanted to ignore all of them and just live a happy life the way we wanted it. I still want to eat so and so biryani on Ramanavami day at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Mother says, come to the temple and take darshan. I'm not going to come, Mom. You go. You're an old man. You go. You keep going to temple. I have nothing to do with the temple. Right. Anyway, so people are trying to deny God so that they can just enjoy whatever they want to do. Forget about God and all. Whatever you want to do, even your basic health gets affected. You just eat whatever you want to eat. Do whatever you want to do. Drink until all night. Your liver is getting affected, your body is getting affected, and you end up in one of the nicest hospitals and pay all your life's earnings. Right? Forget about spirituality. Why do people approach God? Why do we go to God? We discussed that few times, but I'm just trying to repeat. Why are we approaching God? Huh? Mostly in difficult times. Yeah. Mostly in difficult times. What does Bhagavad Gita talk about? Why people approach God? 7.16. Anybody knows this sloka? Huh? Beautiful. Me Perama? Huh? Kirti. Very nice, Mataji. Thank you. Do you like to repeat a sloka? Chaturvida bhajante mam.
Chaturvida bhajante ma.
Jana sukritinor juna. Artho Jignasur Artharthi
Arto Jignasarantati.
Gnani Chabaradharshava. So Artho Jignashur Artharthi Gnani. Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, actually after reading Bhagavad Gita, I'm spellbound. Everything is already answered. It is just that we never opened. We keep Bhagavad Gita in a deep dark shell, which we want to pass it on as a property to our children so that somebody will read. But we never open and read. So Krishna has clear answers. Artho, Jignarthi, Jignashur, Artharthi, Gnani. Artho, distressed. Most of us. When we have a problem, we go and Anyadam Sharanam Nasti Tamevas Charanam Avatasmat Karudya Bhavena Raksha Raksha Janardana. We go and ask him something. Or Artharthi, Krishna, double gaul Krishna, I need to pay for my son's MS. Like this. You need some wealth, you need some money, you want to go to Krishna. Or inquisitive, somebody is trying to be inquisitive, learn a little bit of knowledge. What is this all Bhagavad Gita about? What is Krishna telling? Let me learn about it. And last one, Jnani, who is searching for absolute, who is trying to inquire and understand a bit more. And there is a fifth person who is there, which is not defined here. Krishna defined later. Bhakta. Bhakta means devotee. He is approaching God without any reason. He is just approaching God purely to express his love and express his connection. So Shastra is telling there are 4 types of people. Artho, Jignasur, Artharthi, Gnani. Distressed, desirer of wealth, ధనం కోరుకునే వాళ్ళు, inquisitive, భగవంతుడు తెలుసుకోవాలి అసలు ఏంటి అని తెలుసుకోదలుచున్న వాళ్ళు, or who is trying to understand the deeper knowledge about God. And the 5th type, which is not in this 7.16, is Bhakta. Right? Next topic. This, a lot of young people might like this topic, but we'll be brief here in the interest of time. Is science more powerful than God? This is the big debates going on. A lot of scientists say, what is the need for the God? We are creating everything. In US now, they are spending billions of dollars trying to revive a dead body. They're saying it will be a breakthrough innovation. They are preserving the dead bodies and trying to do experiments to revive the life. Is it possible? If anybody reads chapter 2 of Bhagavad Gita, it is very clear that it is impossible to revive a dead person. No scientist can do, even though you spend thousands of billions of dollars, you cannot revive a dead person. It is impossible if you read Bhagavad Gita. We lived in Switzerland for many years. And I was working on a project for World Health Organization. So we were in Geneva. So at that time, I was not so deeply connected. Now I'm a little more connected. Now recently, when once again I went there to Switzerland, I had to meet one client in CERN. How many of you know CERN? CERN. They're a scientific research organization who has done you heard the Big Bang Theory? How many of you heard the Big Bang Theory? God particle they were trying to find out. The CERN team were doing the research on the Big Bang Theory and God particle. They've spent billions of dollars trying to understand the God particle. I just felt like 500 rupees, Canto 2 of Srimad Bhagavatam, I wanted to give it to them. All the great scientists, I respect you, I touch your feet, stop wasting billions of dollars. Please read Bhagavatam, Rondo Skandam, Power of Creation. Please, Dani Chadavanti. 500 rupees, Krishna explained how the creation happened in the entire world. But they're spending billions of dollars. Krishna explained 200 rupees Bhagavad Gita. Krishna explained clearly, I am God. I am the creator. I am the father of seed giving soul. They're trying to understand who is the creator. ఆన్సర్ రెడీగా ఉంటే ఎక్కడో వెతుక్కుంటున్నాం. తెలుగులో ఒక సామెత ఉందండి, పోయిన చోటే వెతుక్కోవాలి. You heard this one? Let's say you are sitting here, you attended this class, I will not say cold drink, you have lost some artificial drink. And if you search everywhere, will you find it? Or will you search here in this 200 meters carefully, you will find your ring. But if I search in other side of the park and go there, will I find it? No. So if you want to understand about God, open Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is saying crystal clear what is about creation and all. Right. Next important topic. Today we are most of us are trying to understand the spirituality and Mahabharata and everything from TV and movies. How many of you feel you have understood you have learned from TV serial or a movie. I have initial days, all my knowledge was from TVs only, from movies only. Dana Veera Sura Karna. How many of you seen this movie? Right? In that movie, he made Karna as great person. Sorry to say this. How many of you watched Kalki movie? Recent Kalki movie. And they are proving that Karna is strong, powerful than Arjuna. And Krishna, last statement, if you remember, I also watched that movie. I was curious to know. In that last statement, Krishna says that one. Karnuni nenu kuda aapalenu. Is that powerful? That's absolute stupidity. And our children watch Kalki movie and will think Karna is great. And they will think Krishna is weaker than Karna. Because their source of knowledge is Kalki movie. Our source of knowledge was Danavera Sura Karna. In that one, N.T. Ramarao, I respect him, but he has created his own kichdi. He has added things like Draupadi asking Krishna, Naku Karnuni Aro Bhartaga Pondalundi Krishna. You heard this dialogue? Na Karnuni Aro Bhartaga Pondalundi Krishna. He has demeaned the character of Draupadi. Draupadi is a chaste woman, even though she's married to 5 husbands by God's decision. She's a chaste woman. Mahapativrata, people follow her, people respect her. One of our satsang lady, she has written a book about Draupadi. I'll send the link in that in Amazon. It's a very beautiful book. Draupadi and how modern women can connect and learn. She is a PhD scholar and she has written that book. Beautiful, beautiful book. So we have learned from all these movies that, and we misunderstood Shastra. And there was one more Telugu movie. I laughed so much and now I feel ashamed of watching that movie, where Narada was so ridiculed in that movie. One Allar Naresh movie, some years back. I laughed so much in that movie. Now I feel ashamed. In that movie, Narada enta avahelan chestarante anta avahelan chestar. Narada is one of the great devotee of Krishna or Narayana. And all these movies are ridiculing this one. And these movies are becoming a source of our knowledge. And the favorite heroes whom we all like are also, many of them are atheists. We admire them. You see Nagarjuna in Annamaya movie, Bhakta Ramadasu movie. What a great movies he has made. Next minute, he is drinking and dancing in another movie. What is that he is giving to us? By watching that movie, will you become a devotee? Bhagavad Gita says, Yat Yat Acharati Shrestha. Acharya. The word Acharya means one who is leading and following. Right? I am coming and giving Bhagavad Gita classes to you. You see me the next Friday in a pub dancing. Next week, will you come to my sessions? Huh? Will you come to my sessions? You'll throw a stone on my face. This person comes on Saturday morning and talking about Bhagavad Gita. Friday evening is drinking all night and dancing to the English music in a pub. So I have to behave as per what I speak. Otherwise, I lack my credibility. Right? So cine actors, they talk like Krishna. In next 10 minutes, he's dancing with Jayaprada. Or drinking. Or half naked. We are trying to get source from this kind of movies. They are not correct. We are lazy to open and read a book. So we just watch one movie and we carry that as our knowledge. I know I see some elders and some in 40s, 50s. How many of you like Kamal Hassan? I used to admire his movies quite a bit. You know what he said? Even if God appears in front of me, I will not even worship him. Why do we need to admire Kamal Hassan? Prabhuji, let's not link religion to this one. I like him as a hero. I mean to say, a lot of our film stars whom we admire are trying to lead us in a little wrong direction also. Okay. How much time we have? 10 minutes? Very nice. We are coming to last topic almost. I'm trying to wrap up. What is the definition of God? There are so many YouTube definitions. You can get ChatGPT definitions also. What is the definition of God? People say God is love, God is light, God is energy, God is power, God is you, God is me. God is the creator. How many of you heard this statement? I am God, you are also God. అందరూ భగవంతుడనే, అందరూ భగవంతుని స్వరూపమే, అందరూ భగవంతుడే. విన్నారా ఈ స్టేట్మెంట్? You heard this statement? And some people, if you ask, God is great. Yes, I agree, Prabhu. How great is God? I don't know. Yes, he is great, but I don't know how great is God. Krishna is explaining very clearly how great is he. 7.19 Bhagavad Gita. Bahunam janmanamante జ్ఞానావాన్ మాం ప్రపద్యతే వాసుదేవం సర్వమితి సమహాత్మా సుదుర్లభ. Krishna is telling, Krishna is telling, I am not telling. Bahunam janmanamante. After so many life, అనేక లక్షల కోట్ల వేల జన్మల తర్వాత గాని నేను భగవంతుడని అర్థం చేసుకోలేరు. He is telling after so many lives, some person will try to think, why am I born? What is my duty? After so many lives and out of millions of people, one person will start thinking, what is the purpose of life? Right? Among that one people, finally, only one person understands who is God. Millions of people are not even thinking about God. Bahunam janmanamante gnanavan mam prapatyate vasudeva sarvaiti samahatma sudurlabha. So Krishna is telling, among millions of people, only one person understands Vasudeva sarvam iti. Krishna is sarvakarana karanam. Ishvarah paramah Krishna. Can you say this? Ishvarah paramah Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam. Krishna is saying, I am the cause of all causes. When the definition of God is clear in Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Brahma Samhita, we don't open those three books, they are out of syllabus for us. Definition of God is very clear. I am the cause of all causes, Krishna is telling. ఈ సకల చరాచర సృష్టికి నేనే కారణం, ఈ జరుగుతున్న అన్నిటికీ నేనే కారణం. Krishna is telling that one. And Krishna is also telling, Maya Jakshena Prakriti. One more sloka, 10:8. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddhabhava samanvita. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. ఈ ఆధ్యాత్మిక ప్రపంచాన్ని, ఈ భౌతిక ప్రపంచాన్ని సృష్టించింది నేనే. కృష్ణ is telling in 10.8. Everything comes from me. నా నుంచే అన్నీ ఉద్భవిస్తున్నాయి. And the wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. ఎవరికైతే సర్వకారణ కారణం నేనని తెలుసో, ఈ సకల చరాచర సృష్టికి నేనే కారణం అని తెలుసుకుంటున్నారో, ఎవరైతే తెలివిగలవారో వారు నన్నే పూజిస్తారు, వారు అత్యంత మనసుతో నాపై భక్తి చేస్తారు. కృష్ణ is telling, whoever knows, agrees clearly this one, will start worshipping him. We are unfortunate, we know this sloka, but we don't have love for Krishna. He is telling, I am the creator, start worshipping me. Right. You ring the bell at 9:30. 7.7. Actually, there are so many slokas to connect, but I'm just trying to briefly talk about them. Mattah parataram nanyat inti dasti danunjaya mai sarvamidam proktam sutre manigana iva. Anybody has a pearl necklace in your neck? Pearl necklace. So, will all the pearls stay on their own? In the form of a necklace, in the form of a U shape or something? How are all the pearls coming together? There is a thread behind it. There is a string behind it. Krishna is saying, like how all the pearls are strung together, I am like that thread. Krishna is telling, Sutre Manigana, Mai Sarvam Idam Proktam Sutre Manigana Iva. So Krishna is telling, everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on the thread. How pearls are come together, everything in this world is resting on me. How many of you watched Gopala Gopala movie? You watched that Gopala Gopala movie? And in that movie, Venkatesh was struggling how to prove that God is the reason for everything, right? He was struggling. Then God himself comes into his house and gives him Bhagavad Gita and says, read this book. So tomorrow you are best prepared to face the case. Then he quotes this sloka 9.18. He quotes this sloka 9.18. When I watch that movie, I don't. Afterwards, I am able to connect. After understanding Bhagavad Gita 1%. Katir Bharta Prabhu Sakshi Nivasa Saranam Suhrut Tabavah Pralayasthanam Nidhanam Bijam Avyayam. He's saying that I am the creation, I am the annihilation, I am the sustainer, I am the master, I am the witness, I am everything. Krishna is saying, ఈ సృష్టికి నేనే కారణం, ఈ ప్రళయానికి నేనే కారణం, అన్నిటికీ నేనే కారణం, నేనే గోల్, ఐఎమ్ ద గోల్. ఫైనల్ గా మానవులు పొందాల్సింది కృష్ణ చరణార విందం. ఐఎమ్ ద గోల్, ఐఎమ్ ద సస్టైనర్. ఈ సకల చరాచర సృష్టికి పోషించేది నేనే. ఐఎమ్ ద మాస్టర్. అందరికీ మాస్టర్ నేనే. వీఆర్ హిస్ ఇటర్నల్ సర్వెంట్. అందరికీ ఆయనే దిక్కు. అన్యదం శరణం నాస్తి త్వమేవ శరణం. So Krishna is saying that one. So I'll stop here. There is one more little part. Probably we'll discuss next week in the first 10 minutes, and then we'll try to conclude that session and move to the next one. So you have 5 minutes? Okay, right. Maybe last sloka for today. Maya jakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam hetu nanena kaunteya jagat viparivartate. He's saying that this entire material world is working under my direction. Maya jakshena prakriti. ఈ ప్రకృతి అంతా నా అధీనంలో ఉంది. చాలా మంది వింటుంటారు ప్రకృతే కారణం. Some people say that one, there's no God, it is nature. Some people even say that one, there's no God, it is nature only, it's the creator. Nature created everything. Planets are standing there because of nature. Everything is happening as per nature. But Krishna is telling, Maya jakshena prakriti. ఈ ప్రకృతి నా అధీనంలో ఉంది. ఈ ప్రకృతి నా మాట వింటోంది. Right? Another sloka. Prakrute kriyamānāni gunai karmāni sarvashah ahankara vimūఢātmā kartāham iti manyate. Krishna is saying, a person who is influenced by the nature or in a direct way, a fool thinks he is the doer. A fool, he thinks that I am the doer. I am the reason for everything. I means myself generally. Right? But he does not understand the power above him. He does not understand the nature about him. నేనే అన్నిటికీ కారణం. నా ఎఫర్ట్ పెడితే పని జరగాల్సిందే. నా బిజినెస్ సక్సెస్ అయిందంటే నేనే కారణం. నేను ఎగ్జామ్ మంచి మార్కులు వచ్చినంటే నేనే కారణం. నాకు ఏదైనా మంచి జరిగిందంటే నేనే కారణం. నేనే. లాట్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్ థింక్ దట్ ఐ am the reason for everything which is happening around me. Life is not 1 + 1 = 2. It is not that straight, that everything is happening as per this one. Even though sometimes you are putting 100% effort with all the energy, focus, why is the result not the same? Things are beyond our control. We just discussed, today projector was not working. Today morning I was checking, do I have the carrying the mic? Yes. Today I was carrying the mic stand. Yes. It was this one. Where is the projector? And projector was in the friend's house. I called him, he sent in an auto. It was still not working. I called him 3 times. This Prabhu was following up. He was trying to receive the auto, but still it was not working. So a lot of things beyond our control. But does it mean that Krishna is telling that since things are beyond your control, don't do anything? Sit in the couch and watch TV? Anni odilesi me. No, Krishna is telling, do your effort. Leave the result to me. Please understand that there are things beyond your control. మీ చెయ్యి దాటి చాలా ఉన్నాయి. అది భగవంతుడు. అది అర్థం చేసుకోండి. నేనే సర్వకారణ అహం బీజ ప్రతాపిత అంటే నేనే అందరికీ ఐఎమ్ ద సీడ్ గివింగ్ ఫాదర్. Once you see, today you love your father because you know that he is your father. You love your mother because you know that she is your mother. Once you know that Krishna is your seed giving father, you'll start automatically developing the love. Just because you don't know, we don't have a love. For example, there is one lady who has given birth to a baby. Immediately I take away the baby, and after 10 years I show her. Will that baby will have any feeling towards you, Mataji? You say, come to me. She'll say, hey, where am I, auntie? Because she has no feeling. But once she understands that you are the real mother, automatically feelings will start changing and she will start coming to you more. In a similar way, the moment we understand our relationship with God, Krishna, we'll start thinking differently. We'll start connecting towards him. We'll start seeing God's hand in everything happening in our life. We'll start appreciating that there is a higher power, things beyond our control. And we'll start surrendering. Sarvasya Sharanagati. భగవంతుడి వైపు తిరగడానికి అప్పుడు మనం ప్రయత్నిస్తాం. హరే కృష్ణ అమ్మ. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్. దండవత్ ప్రణామ్. మీరందరూ 2 గంటలు అంత సమయం ఇచ్చి పొద్దున పూట మీ సమయాన్ని ఇచ్చి వినటానికి వచ్చినందుకు చాలా సంతోషం. అండ్ ట్రై టు క్యారీ సమ్ థింగ్స్ అండ్ బీ యాక్టివ్ ఇన్ ద వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్. లెట్ ద వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్ బి నాట్ ప్యాసివ్. At least tell us if you are coming or not. I see 40 people, but in the group there are only 10 people who said they are coming. So I'm happy more people coming. But please tell us if you are coming or not. Every day I'm posting a sloka. Please recite. And a sloka I'm posting, is it taking 25 minutes? 13 seconds. The longest sloka I posted was 13 seconds. How many have 13 seconds singing for you every day? How many have 13 seconds? So will you post a sloka from tomorrow? Can you tell me what is stopping you? What is hesitating you? మిమ్మల్ని ఎవరు ఆపుతున్నారు ఆ శ్లోకం ఒక 13 సెకండ్స్ రికార్డ్ చేసి పెడతానికి? నాకు వద్దు భాగవత్ ప్రభుజీ. మనం ఏమన్నా పాడుతూ తీగ ప్రోగ్రామ్కి వెళ్తున్నాము మనం. ఎవరేమనుకుంటారు ప్రభుజీ? సంస్కృతంలో తప్పులు పడితే కృష్ణుడు కొడతాడేమో ప్రభుజీ. God is not here just because you recited one sloka wrong. He is not here to come and beat us. So make your effort. Make your effort. And I wish you all a wonderful Sri Ramanavami coming tomorrow. And because it's Lord Ram's appearance day. And ikkada kalyanam jarugutunda? Oh, wonderful. Very nice. Excellent. Excellent. Please participate. Offer your love towards God. Make some prasadam. Bring with your hands. Put some tulasi and offer it to Lord Ramachandra. And pray for all your welfare of your family. And most importantly, ask him to, in the olden days, how the fire has been done. Idarku poyi ala algi change chesevalandi, they used to fan, right? So the spark comes up, no? They used to fan. How many of you know it? People who are as old as me will know it. So like that, we have to fan the spark. We have to fan the devotion in our hearts. It is there. It is somewhere lying dormant. లోపల ఎక్కడో ఉండిపోయింది. దాన్ని మనం కొంచెం తీచి బూజు దులిపి దాన్ని గాలితోటి ఇలా అంటే ఆ స్పార్క్ బయటకు వస్తుంది. అప్పుడు వీ కెన్ స్టార్ట్ ఫీలింగ్ దట్ కనెక్షన్. ఇఫ్ వీ కెన్ ఫీల్ దట్ కనెక్షన్, వీ కెన్ గివ్ ద కనెక్షన్ టు అదర్స్. సో ఫస్ట్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు ఫీల్ దట్ కనెక్షన్. లేకపోతే మన అందరూ చాలా మంది మనం ఏం చేయం, మన పిల్లలు మాత్రం టెంపుల్కి వెళ్ళి వచ్చి పుస్తకం చదువు భగవద్గీత క్లాసెస్ అనగా లాట్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్ విల్ సెండ్ ద ఫస్ట్ చిల్డ్రన్. Lot of men will send wives. Lot of men think Bhagavad Gita, God is only girl subject, lady subject. మా ఆవిడ వస్తుందండి, చాలండి, థ్యాంక్ యూ. అండ్ మీ ఆవిడ ఫోన్ చేస్తే మీరు ఫోన్ చేసినట్టేనండి. సో థ్యాంక్ యూ. హరే కృష్ణ. నమస్తే నరసింగాయ, నమస్తే నరసింగాయ, ప్రహ్లాదలాదదాయినే, ప్రహ్లాదలాదదాయినే, హిరణ్యాకాశీపూర్వక్షక, హిరణ్యాకాశీపూర్వక్షక, శిలటంకానకాలాయే, శీలటంకానకాలాయే ఈతో నరసింహ పరతో నరసింహ ఈతో నరసింహ పరతో నరసింహ బాహీర్ నరసింహ హృదయే నరసింహ బాహీర్ నరసింహ నారసింగమధీం శరణం ప్రపత్తే నారసింగమధీం శరణం ప్రపత్తే తవ కర కమలవరే నకా తవ కర కమలవరే నకా అద్భుత శృంగా అద్భుత శృంగా దళిత హిరణ్యకశిపు తను బృందా దళిత హిరణ్యకశిపు తను బృందా కేశవద్రీత నరహరి రూప జై జగదీశ హరే జై జగదీశ హరే केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल भक्त विघ्ननाशक नरसिंह भगवान की जय भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की नामाचार्य कलियुग नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की श्रीमद् भागवतम की हरे कृष्णा थैंक यू ऑल वंस अगेन थैंक यू फॉर योर पेशेंस నా ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ద్వారా ఎవరినైనా మనసు కష్టపెట్టుంటే మన్నించండి I was trying to explain something, so please forgive me if any of you feel like hurt or something. Consider me as your I can't say younger brother, consider me as your elder brother, because by size I am elder to many of you, and also I am younger to many of you, like your son or younger brother or something. Please forgive me if any of you feel my points are hurt. I was just trying to explain the points coming from Shastra. So before we stop, three things: Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. So we meet again next Sunday, right? Last week was Ugadi, so we did it on Saturday. Today was also again Sri Ramanavami tomorrow, so that's why we did it on Saturday. From next week, we are moving back to Sunday, right? I hope to look forward to see you all next Sunday. And during this whole week, we try to connect through the WhatsApp. And if any of you are not in this group, WhatsApp group lo nenu vadu evarna unnara? Amma mee number koncham iste add chestarama. Raghunandan Prabhu add chestaru. Yes. So if you are not in the group, please add so that you get to know what is happening. Hare Krishna. Thanks once again for all your patience, and have a wonderful Sri Ramanavami celebration with a blissful heart. By knowing that He is the Supreme Lord, you offer your love towards Him. Tomorrow when you are cooking, that will have that special love going into this one, so that you take this and offer it to Lord Ramachandra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Please accept Prashadam. Thank you all.
Let us thank Satya Prabhu with the 3 loud Hari Bols.